Hi viewers, this is Boo from Boo's Beaters here, standing casually against a fence. And the reason I'm standing casually is because I'm hiding something behind my shoulder. There we go. I know I've been into the big reveals lately, and the only reason I'm revealing this car today is because it has to go to the mechanics tomorrow. And I'm like the kind of person who cleans up their house before the maid comes to clean. I worked on this car all winter and I couldn't... Have you ever heard the saying, fix it till it's broke? Well, that saying was written about me. I'll get into it a little bit more later, but not to keep you in suspense anymore, here we go, la la. There it is. For those of you who are like Tom Cotter, have you ever watched that? If you have, it's a barn find on Haggerty channel, and he can touch the car cover a little bit and figure out almost any car. It's like a Houdini trick. Anyway, anyone? All right, I won't keep you in suspense anymore. Here we go. You all know it now. Can't miss that hood emblem. Oh, that tipped over hood emblem. No. Mercedes. I should say I am a sucker for Mercedes, especially these old ones. The over-engineered, maybe a little slow, but tanks that will last forever. They are so cool, and I've owned a bunch of them. This one is a 1979 280 CE. I'm particularly partial to the coupes. Ta-da, which you can partially see, and the convertibles. They are just, in my book, super cool because they're like the... what to say? I don't know. It's hard to explain it for those who aren't in love with them like I am. I promised my girlfriend not to say I'm loving cars anymore. She gets jealous. So they are just so over-engineered, so solid. They thought of everything over there in Germany, and they last forever. This is a 6-cylinder gas coupe, very rare, and I love that it's gas. I have and have had. I hope my English teacher is not watching. The diesels are very cool too. I have had them and have them, but they're a little slow and they're a little clunky. They'll go forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. The gas one, straight 6, fast and smooth and cool. These were super expensive cars for the day. This one sold for something like 42,000. This was the top of the line of the 123s. This coupe sold for something over 40,000 in 1979, which is close to 100,000 in today's money. This car, as I said, was my winter project. I happened to buy it in the fall, and a belt happened to break in the fall too. So I was like, what the heck? I'll make it my winter project. And one thing, I started out with belts, then I did something on the fuel pump, and I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned because whenever I walk out to the garage to do something with a wrench, I end up cleaning because it's less intimidating. If you've watched my waxing video, you know I'm not a friend of tools, or tools aren't a friend of me. So I ended up working on it all winter, and the original thing that was wrong with it, the belts, is still wrong with it. I threw some on a few weeks ago. There are complications I won't get into, but it's not as easy as just ordering them online. And I will start it up later and see what happens for you. It squeaks like a mother... They're too loose and I can't get them tight because the things that move are moved all the way out. And so I bit the bullet. I'm taking it to my mechanic tomorrow so you can meet him. For those of you who know the car wizard, he's not quite as friendly as that. He's a little crotchety, so we'll see if he agrees to get on camera with me. But I'm gonna make something up actually and tell him that I threw some other belts on just to get it to the shop. But they aren't the right ones because I'm embarrassed to say that I worked all winter just to fix the belts and still can't get it right. In the meantime though, I decided since I'm gonna have to drive it tomorrow and squeak all the way there, I might as well drive in comfort. So I have shocks that I've been planning to put on since last fall. That was one of my winter projects that I didn't get to. So I think it's easy. I've watched YouTube videos. I'm gonna try and put on the front shocks. Rear shocks, not quite as easy. You have to take out the seat. So I might as well start somewhere, right? I'm going to put them in the hopes I can get them in quick tonight and then drive in style to Tim tomorrow. Here I am hanging out with my car. Look at that beauty. There's the engine I was talking about, the inline six. It's one of Mercedes' best engines. They're famous for it. And look at that. I splurged. I know a powder coater. Got it all gray and shiny and beautiful. This engine is, I would eat my dinner off this engine. It's so clean. It's so clean. I cleaned it all winter instead of doing the rinsing I was planning. Clean and clean and clean. Mercedes purists, don't get mad at me. I know it's a little blingy for a Mercedes. I couldn't help myself. Gray red. I might get a gray like this, go the boring route. But for now, I think that red is cool. Enough about the car. For now, I think this is going to be a breeze. I've watched a few videos on changing shocks. I got the shocks, some cool Bilsteins. All you do really is take that off. You take it off, unjack it up, pop it out, jack it up, pop the other one in. Really, I think what could go wrong? Nothing. Call me an optimist. That's what I said about my previous DIY how-to video on waxing a Porsche. Well, that didn't go perfectly, let's say. But I blame Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, it's your fault. So I'm an optimist, and I think I got a few hours before sundown. No problem. Save the hard stuff for Tim. I'm gonna swap some shocks and teach you how to do it, how the pros do it. So I'm ready for what I'm hoping is the easy peasy part. I got the wrench. It's a locking nut, so I have to undo the top and hold the bottom one still. So that's what I'm doing. I got two wrenches out, and oh no, fuck. Sizes I'm using in case yours are different even than mine. So what do I do here? I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna put this little thingy on top and hold it with that. Okay, viewers, I need a video timeout. Well, I put on my gloves. That always helps me feel more professional. Video break. Okay, I know. I came out here to replace the shocks on my Mercedes. And before I did that, I talked all about how I always start rinsing and then switch over to washing. Don't give me a hard time though, come on. I'm in a bad mood after that fiasco, so let me wash in peace. This is better, more like it. I don't want to bring a dirty car to the mechanic after all, do I? No, I don't.